we had your. You know what I did wrong on yours? I had one called Gear Talk, one called a bass talk video, but I had the bass videos set separate, to. Huh? Well, I had it separate, but I had it set like under travel and people.
Nude pics.
Yeah, it wasn't under the right category, and I was thinking, why is it not getting enough views? Yeah, because it was in the wrong. It was like under travel and something lodging. What the hell?
I didn't think anybody looked at those, and one of my friends goes, "Hey, I like those interviews. I had them on."
Oh yeah, isn't it weird? You never know who's watching.
Yeah, I
those.
never knew someone. Oh, I gotta ask Danny because I remember I watched it because it's fucking, it's us.
When's the new season of JRD Talk Show coming out again?
It's gonna come out. Well, these are part of the new seasons. This is part of the new. We just did it.
Was canceled.
Yeah, it was lack of viewership.
Lack of interest.
Lack of interest. I'm
getting tired of reading those headlines that say stupid. Stupid.
What headlines? We have a video.
When they have the critics.
Oh,
stupid.
Yeah.
We need to bring Gandalf back on the show.
Yeah. Are people asking for a return visit from Gandalf? I want to do Halloween. I definitely wear all those masks on Halloween. Imagine just switch them up. Just put one on, be a new character. I was watching, what's that guy, Corey something from Slipknot?
Yeah.
He was talking to, what's that old guy? What's his name?
Where is he? Where's he from?
Well, he's an interviewer. He's a famous interviewer.
Larry King?
Larry King, that's the one. And then he was talking about Larry King, he was kind of like trying to be knowledgeable, but he could tell he's like, the mask, and why do you wear these masks? And that guy, Corey Taylor, is that what his name is? He was trying to tell him how that he joined the band and they were already wearing masks. So, and their whole philosophy is that they wear masks so that they can kind of like be a little bit more free with their performances and not have to be shy. Kind of like, it's almost like a protective.
Their inner demon.
Yeah, so they can be a little more relaxed.
That works for Halloween shows. For the Halloween shows, I was doing that too. I'm like,
yeah,
I wouldn't
like,
be doing this if I had fucking glasses on.
Yeah, you wouldn't be getting into it.
Like, dancing stupid.
Honestly, no offense. That's why I hide behind my drum set. You notice when you look at the videos, you notice I always have that symbol blocking my face.
Okay.
Because...
Can you wear it all the time? I think that people would appreciate that.
Symbols driving the bus.
What's that huge symbol driving? He's all...
Okay, that's 3 for you.
No, but I thought that was pretty cool that, they wear those, not more than to create a cool look, but it also helps them to get, into the mood.
Oh, it's just like
Kiss,
Yeah, like Kiss too, all these other bands. But then it's just like, what tripped me out, and it makes a lot of sense. A lot of these guys that wear sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
A lot of these guys over here that wear sunglasses.
When Joe Satriani wears sunglasses all the time.
When they sing and when they, regardless, when they play, when they sing, they get that stage fright. A lot of times they'll wear the sunglasses and all that, where they'll close their eyes and nobody can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps them relax and do it, because I do it behind the set a lot of times.
Yeah.
I'll just close my eye when I gotta try to concentrate and stuff. And because sometimes you get that when you look up to the crowd and then you get somebody looking at you, you just catch that one person out of
it throws you off. Yeah, it can really get you.
Yeah, and
nervous.
So there's a bunch of techniques.
I'd like to wear glasses, but it's too hard. I can't see the neck.
Well,
especially if it's a dark, little kind of like low lighting.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'll start hitting wrong notes.
Well, look at David Lee Roth. With him too, and you notice how he jumps around a lot during concerts. It does.
Yeah.
A lot of them think it's it could be part of a stage show, but then it helps him relax and get with the crowd. Besides him getting drunk on stage.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you see him, he focuses and...
I think it's more because he knows he's not a really strong singer. To make up for that, he does his, what he used to do his high kicks and his jumps off the riser and, his kind of like real dramatic...
his martial arts.
Yeah.
And all that. But then when you see him, he still has a lot of energy.
No, he does. Yeah, for an older guy, yeah.
And then when he starts singing, it's like, okay, but then he doesn't really look at the crowd. When you look at the videos, he really doesn't look at the crowd.
No.
Unless when he's away from the microphone.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that gives him his way, because Eddie Van Halen, even though he would tear it up and stuff, he would do the same thing. You know,
Well, he used to drink a lot. He said he would drink before he'd go on stage just to calm his nerves. Yeah. But that led to him being alcoholic, you know. Had like a bad... It helps you to relax, but then if you keep doing that...
Yeah, it made you stupid.
It made you rely on this little buzz, you know.
The reason why I said made you stupid, it was just like with me. I was doing that when I was starting to get back, when I was in the military, played, you know, local band and stuff, and then we played at this place, and I was drinking a lot because, you know, the place was pretty full, you know, even though it was friends and stuff like that, but you still want to play good. But then kept on drinking, and then came to a part where I was playing. All of a sudden I started looking at the set, and the set was starting to spin on me.
No way.
And I was like, what the hell? I fell off my set.
How were you almost done with the performance, or were
I
you
was halfway through.
Oh shit. So what'd you do?
You know, I go, you know what? I go, I can't be doing this no more. You know?
But were you able to play after?
I played after just to get through it, but it was like...
But it wasn't your best performance?
No, it was one of my worst. You know, so...
What about today's performance? That might be right up there.
How much were you drinking today before practice?
I know. Because today was pretty bad. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I kid you.
I kid. Surely I just.
That's 4.
Just keeping track.
4? Really?
4.
Oh, okay.
4.
I got 4.
We'll put the track part.
Like I thought about before playing taking a little swig or of Jack Daniels or something, but then I think, you know what, I probably start messing up because I get too relaxed. So a little bit of nerves helps, not too much. It's really hard to control, but
you just got to look at, like, even these top musicians, you know, it was just like what used to trip me out. Some of them would go into a trance. You know, like when I would see W.A.S.P, people would stand right there, right in front of him, and flip him off.
Why?
Just being drunken idiots. You know, he saw that they were drunk and all that. Dude would stand right there, you see the finger running, and he would just, for some reason, he would back away from the mic and won't even acknowledge.
These are supposedly his fans, or they just...
Yeah, these were at the concert and stuff.
They were just trying to throw him off his concentration,
Yeah.
or what? Oh.
And he just, you know, he showed real professionalism because he knew how to...
Just block him out,
yeah,
huh?
that's the word. Because you see nowadays with a lot of these videos, whatever band it is, a lot of times they'll stop because somebody threw something on stage or somebody did this, you know, just like at that Suicidal Tendencies concert, they broke down all those barricades. Did you see that on YouTube? They did one because they did a mural of Dave Mirra up on the wall, and they did a free concert, and then they had these giant gates, and the fans knocked all that shit down.
Just because they're
getting crazy.
Okay.
You know, but even with him, you would see him bouncing around. He would just focus on what's going on, you know, with the stuff. You know, when he's not singing, he'd run around, bounce, and then do his thing, and then get ready to get back into that trance, and you see him. You know, everybody has their certain techniques, regardless of what musician it is. You'll see Hendrix. A lot of times Hendrix would have his eyes closed. When you look at him real close, you see him with his eyes closed, and that could be with him jamming and all that, but he goes into his meditation. You know, you see a lot of these, you know, like I said, a lot of these blues players will do it.
You know, that's one thing about playing live is you have to have that focus, right? You know, there's this popular YouTube guitar player guy that I follow. He has a huge fan base, subscribers, right? And he makes money off of that. But he doesn't play out live. And he said he doesn't play out live because he doesn't like to. But I think a well-rounded musician, they need to go out and play live. Because it's different, obviously, when you practice in your room or wherever you practice and you go out and play, it's a whole different ball game. So although I think he's a good player, I still don't. I would like to see him go out and play live at least on a regular basis. But he said he doesn't want to do it, which is kind of like, to me, that's more like a testing ground, right? You get a lot of people that they sound really good in their room, and it's a controlled environment. The tone's just right. You know, they got it set, their amp set to match the room and the acoustics. But like when you go out there and they throw you in a little corner and people are walking around you with
fucking schedules.
Yeah, and the waitresses are walking around with their trays and
move your neck
it's like,
you're playing.
and then the tone doesn't sound good because it's against the wall or because it's angled weird
or you got that one fan, you know, just messing around, saying play Freebird.
Yeah.
And then, you know, trying to throw you off, and then you know, okay, you know, I got to joke with this guy and get him, you know, with this and you know stuff like that.
But you know, so to me, that means that's kind of part of the
experience.
Yeah, the experience as a musician. You know, that's how you get pay your dues. So, you know, it's kind of, I find it odd that guy won't go out and play. He'll do demos and projects and do recordings, but he won't go out with his own group and play. I think he would make a lot of money because he has a huge fan base.
Or even, you know what I notice a lot of just guitar players do is that they'll take a portable track thing.
Yeah,
You know,
even that would be cool if you were to do
just
that.
Play it and then just play along with it, and a lot of them do that live.
Yeah.
You know, would just play that as
to the
backup.
backing tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, just turn loose on it.
But he won't even do that.
What's that popular guy's name who does that? You know, real popular.
Is there a guy that does that?
He'll just go out there and start playing drums, play the cycle, and then stop, and then it's going. The drums is going.
Okay.
He'll walk over to the bass, start playing the bass.
Oh, really? I don't know who that guy
The
is.
cycle will stop, and then the bass and drums are going.
So he's looping it.
He's looping it.
Oh,
then
okay.
Then eventually he's like, then he's on the guitar singing, and he just did it right in front of the
Wow, okay.
people.
I haven't seen that video. That's pretty cool.
Pretty badass.
Yeah. You see? I have to find out who that is.
Well, you know what's the difference? You know, like I tell you. Oops, sorry, bro. What the difference is, regardless what style you play, because like I said, the last band I was in, it was more of a heavy metal style, but they were live on stage. It was good. I had a guitar player that was outstanding, but the problem was on stage he was a little tight. You get what I'm saying? And
His butt cheeks are tight.
and my
Tell us more about his butt cheeks. Just kidding. So he was a little bit tense. He wasn't like
you
relaxed
saw the
and
stiffness.
yeah, he's a little
But
bit.
then, you
Was it
know,
like Mick Mars?
kind of,
That stiff?
yeah.
Yeah, but Mick Mars has a condition though.
But even back in the day,
Really, he
you know,
was like he wouldn't.
yeah.
Oh wow.
But then you would have, you know, the other guitar player, which was my brother. He would jump all over the place because, he had it, you know, but with him too, he would, you know, he wouldn't pay attention to the crowd. He was having fun.
Right.
You know, it's like with this band here, it's a whole different style of music, but we still put out that extra energy that you can't really see from a lot of bands, because I look at a lot of videos, and of course they're going to be looking great and all that in a studio, but when they're playing live, you see a majority of them all stiff.
Yeah, that's hard to.
And stuff like that, and I think we're getting around where we're loosening up, and you know what, it's like more of
Well, I know I gravitate. kind of twice a day at least. I gravitate towards the bands that are a little more interactive. Okay, you got one. Right? I'll give you that one. You got me. I like the bands. I'm not gonna use the word gravitate. I like the bands that talk to the audience, interact. Kind of, you know, it's more like, you know who's good at that? Sammy Hagar. I always go back to Sammy Hagar because he's good at. He's a millionaire, right? But he's real laid back, and he talks to the people, and he'll talk to somebody directly, and he talks to the drummer, to the band. He's going over to Joe Satriani, and they're talking. He brings Michael Anthony. It's all you feel like you're part of the band experience. You know, you're like part of this you know, whatever club or whatever you call it.
it was, yeah.
It's cool. I like that.
It was just like with Bruce Dickinson, he same thing with him. He says he focuses on the last guy up on the last seat.
Right.
and he makes him feel like he's part of the concert. You know, by the way.
No matter how far he is.
Yeah, he says that's what you got to do is make yourself. You know, and I saw that from Rob Halford. He'll go, like you said, he'll go and start telling the audience, "Oh, thank you for coming, thank you this."
Yeah, I know.
And you know, and then they start.
That stuff
out.
leaves a big impression on you. Like, wow, you actually.
Metallica used to do that a lot.
Yeah, they make you feel included. Like you're not. Oh, you just come to see us, and you know, you're not part of what we're doing. I mean, if it wasn't for the people going, they wouldn't have careers in music, right? I mean, they wouldn't have any of the stuff that they own, any of the whatever property and cars and guitars, and so when you go out and play, you better acknowledge the people that are watching you, talking to you.
Hey, I acknowledge everything.
I know you do. I'm just kidding.
I try to get away from the fans.
Oh God, fans. We're not talking about a fan that turns. We're talking about germophobia. Where are you going? I'll follow you. This is reality TV. I can't miss a moment.
24/7.
Okay, he's putting his cup on this.
Jesus.
You didn't give me an interview about your equipment, huh?
Oh yeah, we still do that. In fact.